Hitting is timing. Pitching is upsetting timing. This is a quote from Warren Spahn, who was an MLB pitcher from 1942 until 1965. That quote has a lot to do with what I will be talking about in my speech today. I also pitched through high school, and now I play infield and pitch for Bismarck State College. There are different pitches to throw as a pitcher. A few pitches are fastballs, curveballs, and changeups. Now that I told you about some of the pitches a pitcher throws, let's look at how to throw a fastball. When throwing a fastball, one should hold the ball in their hand with their fingers either aligning the two seams, which is called a two-seam fastball, as it rotates with two seams, or another kind of fastball is a four-seam fastball, which you hold your two fingers across the seams, which the batter sees four seams coming at you. Grip this ball softly, like an egg in your fingertips, as Alice says on his online blog. You can throw a fastball two different kinds of speeds. You can either throw it as fast as you can, or you can lighten up just a little bit. This may cause the batter to get fooled, so he doesn't make solid contact every time. By putting more pressure on your index or middle finger, that will cause your fastball to either tail, or as some people call it, movement. Now that I have covered a fastball, let's move to the curveball. The index and middle finger should be on the right side of the seam. When throwing a curveball, you can also throw that different speeds, which if you throw the curveball as fast as you can, that will cause it to more go from right to left. If you throw it a little softer, it will cause the curveball to go up to down more, which people call it 12 to 6, like on a clock. Break below, the ball is supposed to break below the bat of the hitter, as Scott says in his online article. One can throw a curveball with either your hand on the right side of the seams or the left side of the right seam, but you want to make sure to keep your fingers on the right seam here. The release point of a curveball is also really important. If you release it up here, the ball will go over the batter, causing not much break. If you let go too far out front, the curveball will bounce in the dirt, which will also be called a ball. You want to let it go about right here and snap your wrist so the ball has a lot of downward and side-to-side movement. After looking at a fastball and curveball, let's finish with a changeup. When you throw a changeup, you want all of your fingers to be on the ball, unlike a fastball. People may think that when throwing a changeup, you want to throw the ball softer, but you want to keep the same arm speed and throw it as hard as you can. A good changeup can be the most valuable pitch in your deck, as Slama says in his article. And also, the ball should be released more out front than a fastball, which will cause the ball to break down more, and so the batter does not really have an idea what is coming. So you take your four-seam grip and add your ring finger to it, and the ball should be buried in the back of your palm, as Tugnetti says in his article online. This will cause the ball, by throwing it as hard as you can, to go slower. Those are three basic pitches most pitchers in the MLB can throw. Nobody throws a pitch exactly the same as someone else, but it all is similar. I hope that I have informed you well on the basic pitches a pitcher can throw.